Britney has been shared hundreds of thousands of times, her fans rallying behind her as she fights for her independence from her father.
Almost 13 years ago, she was stripped of her civil rights by the Los Angeles Superior Court. And we are here to raise awareness about conservatorship.
Yeah! My client has informed me that she is afraid of her father and that she will not perform again if her father is in charge of her career. Her father does not allow her any involvement in decisions. Her request is to replace him with a wealth management group, Bessemer Trust. Jamie Spears' team.
Stand for justice. We're here to support Britney Spears. We're here to support everyone who's affected by, who is being exploited by the probate court.
The judge is willing to make a temporary, hold on whether or not to suspend Jamie.
Judge ultimately declining to remove Jamie Spears as conservator at this time.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video for you because yesterday Britney Spears was in court and we have so many updates. Like Lou Taylor, her former business manager, is way overpaid, which honestly isn't that surprising. Her father, Jamie Spears, isn't paying rent to Britney, and it's really clear he is trying not to get out of this conservatorship. He really wants to be controlling his daughter's life, and Britney shared that she will no longer perform if her father is still controlling her life, which makes sense to me. So get ready to pay close attention, grab a snack, and wash it down with some hot tea. I know you guys were waiting for this update. Honestly, I've been waiting too, but there is so much to go through. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. I first want to start off talking about what was supposed to happen yesterday, and then we will talk about what actually happened yesterday. As you guys know, Britney has been stuck in a conservatorship for 12 years now, and it has been violating her constitutional rights. There is no way that Britney Spears has dementia or, cannot make choices for herself, but her father insists that she has, she has some major problems that he needs to take care of. Yet he's been taking care of her in a really crappy way for the last decade. Honestly, taking advantage of her, not taking care of her. Well, the first thing that was on the docket yesterday was that Britney requested her entire estate to be transferred to Bessemer, which is a trust company in California, really reputable, pretty great, and her father has agreed as long as he is the co-conservator, which, not really cool by me, because I don't think we want Big Jamie, Britney's father, to be involved with this at all. Recently we tried to get him suspended, and that's something that Judge Penny decided on, and we will talk about her decision in a minute. I know a lot of headlines are going around and a lot of fake news is going around, but I will clarify what she actually meant by her choice. There's also a motion to seal her accounting of her finances. Of course, they want to see what's going on with her finances. That is the huge question here. There was the motion to seal the pleadings from the whole Bessemer and Andrew Wallet appointment. So you guys know Mr. Hairless Mole Rat creature man. He was involved in Britney's life for some time and he caused a lot of havoc. He left and he was paid $100,000 to do so. And then earlier this year, he was trying to get back in the conservatorship. So there are some legal pleadings that are being discussed on whether they should be made public or not. And if they are made public, it's good news because that means that future transcripts might also be made public as well. There's also a discussion on whether Britney's lawyer, Mr. Samuel Ingham, you guys know, Mr. Groundhog, whether he can actually speak for Britney Spears on her behalf. There's a huge question on whether he can actually represent Britney Spears and speak for her because, Britney is in conservatorship, but he is fighting for the right to speak and stand up for Britney, and Britney's father is continuing to try to silence him and stop him. Another thing that was on the docket was Britney's little sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, was removed as a trustee from her big estate, so they need to find a temporary person to replace Jamie Lynn in that position. You guys know Jamie Lynn Spears has been a crappy sister to Britney Spears for ever, in my opinion, and there is a video coming on her soon. I'm just debating on when to put it out. Another thing that they are talking about is Michael Caine. This is the face of Michael Caine, her new business manager. Also the man who was involved in Michael Jackson's finances right before he passed away, which is really sketchy. I feel like he's called for backup, like when they're trying to take out Britney, which is not okay at all. So this man right here, the judge was deciding on whether he can be paid or not, because Britney had no notice on whether her business manager was leaving or who was coming in or anything like that. So I don't feel like she needs to pay him, but you know what? Britney's father is doing whatever he wants with her money no matter what. So that was everything on the docket from yesterday. Now let's talk about what actually happened yesterday, because you guys know a lot of these things end up getting pushed back, and we do have a future court hearing where we will talk about a lot of these other topics, but there are a few that Judge Penny actually did address. And if you guys don't know who the judge is, her name is Brenda Penny. In my opinion, I don't really like her. I feel like she's definitely biased towards Britney's father, but like that is just my opinion. So pretty much it was stated under oath that Britney doesn't want her father to be involved in the conservatorship. She is literally afraid of him. Like, she's scared of her father, and it makes sense because people who I've talked about, like, that I can't really talk, or I've talked to in the past that I can't really talk about, like, they have told me that Britney's father has gotten physical with her in the past. Like, and I don't doubt it. That's obviously a rumor, but, like, she is scared of him for a good reason. And I feel like she, by, like, stating this or even bringing it to the court, is just trying to tell the judge or tell someone, like, yo, this man is not only scaring me, I'm afraid of him, but he's been taking advantage of me for some time. And thank you for your donation, LVTV. I really appreciate that. I actually want to share a quote from the court hearing yesterday. Samuel Ingham, you guys know, he's the Mr. Groundhog Man that represents Britney Spears with this awful picture. He really needs to get a new picture. Like, please just get a new picture for the grace of God. But the quote is, "My client has stated to me on many occasions that she is afraid of her father. She also stated to me many times that she will not work as long as her father is in control of her career," which makes sense to me. I mean, I wouldn't want to work if my dad was pretty much taking all my money and my business manager was finessing, you know, getting major increases. She got a pay increase of 260%, which I will save for a minute, but Lillian Taylor, she is trying to run away, but we will come up running behind her because justice is coming. So Britney's mother actually even spoke up and said that she wants James removed, Britney's father, as well. She's like, why don't you just be a party of interest? That's what Len Spears is. He can still see what's going on with the conservatorship. He doesn't need this power. Well, of course he wants this power because he has done so much with it for some time. And when all these documents start getting uncovered, he's going to be in major trouble. So something that's going, also I want to mention, Britney's father said something disgusting to Lynn. So Lynn was like, you know what, why can't you just like be a party of interest? Why can't we just like move along? Why do you have to be the main conservator of Britney's estate? Well, Britney's father said back to Lynn, he said, Britney's a racehorse and has to be treated like one. Britney's father said that she is a racehorse and has to be treated like one. Like, can we talk about how wrong that is? Like, what type of man says this about his daughter? But also, like, Britney Spears is really not a racehorse. Like, are you really trying to act like she's still out here partying and doing all these other things? Like, she's very much at home, content, living under your rules, probably miserable. And that's why there are so many people out here fighting for her freedom. So a lot of people talk about how, you know, Jamie Spears was supposed to be suspended or was asked to be suspended from Britney's conservatorship, and he's really been a big problem in this whole mess. He just doesn't want to leave, and Britney clearly doesn't want him to be here. But a lot of news sources are saying Britney Spears has lost. Britney Spears loses. Britney Spears lost that battle. No, she did not. The judge decided she was not going to make a choice on whether to suspend him or not at this moment. The reason why they need to suspend Jamie is so they can suspend him, find a replacement, and then they could remove him permanently. But they cannot remove him permanently until they find a replacement, and they can't like really replace him unless he's suspended. So really, we want him to be kicked out entirely, but the judge for now said that she's not going to vote on that. But I feel like the media took this and they are running because they're trying to make it look like Britney Spears is bad, Britney Spears is losing, Britney's father is obviously the main man who should be in charge. Like, no ma'am, that is not the case. And Judge Penny, even though she didn't vote with our side, which I am a little bitter about, she saved it for a rainy day. So he could still be suspended, possibly next month when we go back to court. But in good news, guys, we've got some good news. Bessemer, which I know I've been saying Bessemer for some time. I'm working on my pronunciation. It is Bessemer, has been approved. So Bessemer is able to act as a co-conservator of her estate, and they are able to make choices for Britney, which are probably far better than any choices her father has made. I just feel like Bessemer is a win here and something we should be highlighting from this whole thing. When we look at the question, is Britney Spears ever going to be free? The ways that we will free her are through uncovering these dirty details. And Bessemer is about to go look into this estate and find out what has been happening with her money for 12 years now. And we're going to get some answers to our questions. And after that, there might even be some charges. So big things are coming this way. I want to switch gears a little bit. So that's pretty much what happened in the court hearing yesterday. But I want to talk a little bit about the objections to the accounting, because we found out a lot of crazy things when we started looking into those finances, and Mr. Samuel Ingham is actually standing up for Britney when it comes down to it. You guys know Lou M. Taylor, Britney's business manager, is pretty much the woman who convinced Britney's father to get her in a conservatorship, and she has been finessing with some money for some time. Well, we got some objections that we need to talk about. Britney Spears' court-appointed attorney has objected to the annual accounting of her finances. He alleges that the account reporter, who would be Lou M. Taylor, was claiming excessive fees and even billed Britney's estate for an unauthorized legal fees to sue a Free Britney supporter, which I will talk about in a second. There is so much to unpack here because a lot of money has gone missing, and there's a lot of questions that we have about where Britney's money has gone. So, I got my glasses on. Let's dig into this. Again, I am not a legal expert here at all, but I have read this. I have talked to some friends, and we have come to an agreement on what this all means, and I'm here to explain it to you guys because, again, I am not a legal expert here, and I don't really understand it, but I'm here to free Britney, and I'm going to have to learn, so let's get into it. Pretty much, this first document that we are looking at pretty much shows that Lou M. Taylor... So, some backstory. You know, TriStar is Lou M. Taylor. It's her company, and they have been representing Britney for some time. Well, Britney stopped working in January 2019 because her team made her say that, oh, her father's sick, so she's stepping away. No, she wasn't taking her medication, so her father threw out her residency, and she's refusing to work because her father and her have not gone along for years now. I think it's really clear. Well, since Britney is no longer working, and she's pretty much on a work strike, the company that is managing her, TriStar, they're not getting their percentage. They normally would get 5% of whatever Britney makes. Well, now that they're not getting this percentage, you can look and see that she complains to Jamie about the whole situation and pretty much states that she's going to have to change her 5% to just a flat fee of $500,000 a year. So pretty much, she will either take 5% of what Britney makes. If it's more, then $500,000. At minimum, she will make $500,000 whether Britney is working or not. And of course, Jamie Spears, Britney's father, agreed to that. Why would you give a major increase, $500,000, to a firm that's not even working right now because your daughter's not working? Obviously, there's something really sketchy here between the two, and I don't know what is going on, but that is one of the first things that we saw, and it's something that her lawyer is objecting to. I mean, she's made way more than she normally would make. Like, compared to the previous year, she is making 260% more, an extra $300,000 for things that she's not doing. So why is she getting paid when she did not earn that money? Britney did not work, so you did not earn that money. So why are you getting paid? I think that's really questionable and something that we need to continue to ask Lou M. Taylor. Like, why did you get so much money for someone who's not working? Like, it just makes me... It makes me, like, it reassures the idea that we know that Britney is being taken advantage of. It just completely proves it, in my opinion, that she's being taken advantage of. That they would even increase the fee to TriStar because she's not working. Like, no, you just stopped working. You're fired. Like, she's not working anymore. It's just, she doesn't have this control, and Britney's father is working closely with his little friends like Lou M. Taylor to finesse this. So now let's go ahead and look at the next little section, the second issue here. So again, Lou Taylor is using Britney's money to pay for lawsuits against Free Britney supporters. So people who are actually trying to fight for Britney Spears are getting sued. In addition to Sam Lufty and other people who have honestly been good people in Britney's life. Like, you can say what you want about Sam Lufty, but he, in my opinion, was the only person I think that ever treated Britney Spears like a human being and gave her independence and asked her what she wanted. Asked her how she's doing. What does she want to do next? No one asks her that because she's been working her entire life since she was 5 years old. So pretty much this just outlines the fact that Lou Taylor in 2019 was using Britney's money to sue a supporter, Brian Kashar, and it's crazy to think that she had to pay for this lawsuit that was literally against someone who was trying to support her freedom. Lou Taylor is actually so foul, in my opinion, and I can't imagine being so dirty or, treating someone so dirty like Britney Spears. She's an icon. She's been working for so long. She shouldn't be treated like this. A third issue that Samuel Ingham brought up was the fact that there was a random $80,000 charge to TriStar for personal fees and accounting. So what did Lou M. Taylor charge $80,000 for? What cost $80,000? Like, what accounting did she do on top of the $500,000 that cost another $80,000? This type of stuff doesn't make sense, and it's crazy to me that we are over here looking at this paperwork because I really feel like we need to have an investigation into what actually happened. Thank you, Brandy Lee, for your donation. I really appreciate that. She really is Lucifer, like Lucifer. This woman has done everything in her power to make it harder and make it worse for Britney Spears. And of course, we are here to call her out and call out her father and call out every single person who is randomly taking $80,000 from her. Like, thank God her lawyer, Samuel Ingham, is actually speaking up for her. He spent so much time doing nothing, and it's about time that he stands up for her and, calls out Lou Taylor for these crazy charges. There is just so much proof, it's ridiculous. Like, there was that email that was leaked that showed Britney paid $300,000 in fees to that Sidley is the name, law firm, and it's incredible to know that she had to drop this coin for Lou M. Taylor. It's just, like, not okay, and it shouldn't be happening at all. And on top of all of this, her father's not paying rent. So pretty much Samuel Ingham was looking at the report and he noticed that James Spears wasn't paying rent. So why is Britney's father not paying his rent to Britney? Like, this is incredible to me. Like, this man is not even paying his own rent. Like, he really hates his daughter. He really, truly hates his daughter so much that he uses her for everything. There's not one thing that this man has paid for. And I don't think he's paying for anything anytime soon. Why does he get the authority over Britney's life when he has done so much to damage her? And I feel like this is her reputation. This is her psyche, her mental. There is so much damage here. Like, honestly, I feel like Britney could go back and sue for damages from her own father. Like, imagine if your dad did that to you. He had this child with Lynn Spears, and they made her work like a horse all throughout her life. And now she's 38 years old. She wants some peace in her life, and her father just can't let go. He's just got to keep grabbing and taking because this is just not enough. It's not enough money. He needs more and more and more. It's actually so sick, and it reminds me that the root of evil could actually be money here, guys. And give this video a like up if you're in here right now. Thank you guys so much. We're about to talk a little bit more about how Britney Spears actually was planning to create an album in 2020, and she was actually looking for a new production team. So there's an email that was leaked at the end of 2019, pretty much from Sam asking about the budget for Britney's 2020 album, and he asked for alternatives to the production team. Britney Spears obviously isn't comfortable with the people she's working with. Not in her conservatorship, not at her record label, not in the studio. There are so many people that Britney needs to get out of her life because they have made their way into there, and they have been so toxic to her for so long that now she is just drained, and the only person who is standing up for her is her mother, Lynn Spears, and her lawyer, Samuel Ingham. Not even her little sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, is standing up for her. Jamie Lynn has created a whole career off of Britney's back, off of Britney's legacy, and she doesn't care about Britney's freedom at all, because as long as daddy's happy, I guess everything's good. It's actually so cringe. Now guys, let's switch gears completely and let's go ahead and check out Britney's Instagram. You guys know, usually when I'm on live streams, I'll go ahead and check out her Instagram because she's been posting some new things. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let me refresh. Hopefully this doesn't take forever. Sometimes when I refresh, okay. Sometimes she does post when she's on. And if you don't follow me, check me out at SL04N on Instagram, also linked below. So I just want to talk about a few of Britney's posts because it has been a few days since we have looked at her Instagram. So she posted this 2 hours ago and it reads, "Silliness is the key to prayer. The rest is God." And it says Britney Spears. So I guess she quoted this. She said it herself. And maybe she must have had, like, I don't think she took the stock photo in the back, but like someone on her team or someone must have created this. So silliness is the key to prayer. The rest is God. That's really cute, Britney. And I feel like maybe right now she is being really religious and she is actually praying to get out of this conservatorship and to win this battle in court against her father. You guys know she was granted a new legal team. So I think she's learned a lot more about her current situation and she's starting to realize how bad this team has been to her. Let's look at this post. So this is actually a video of her with her trainer. She actually shares that they both got COVID testing, but let me read the caption for you guys. "Oh, the punch. In this video, I just like the sound of it. P.S. So glad we both got tested negative for COVID so my trainer can come over for a good workout session." So I would say this is probably more current because it is, you know, from COVID times. And it looks like she's just showing how strong she is, honestly, which she is strong with everything that she's going through. And with this new court case coming up next month, like, we have so much going down. And actually comment below, guys, do you want me to have BJ again on my channel so we could talk about it? Like, did you guys see that? Did you enjoy it? Comment below. And thank you, Danielle, for your donation. Please read my last highlighted message. Okay. I will try to find it. I don't want to... Oh, thank you for... Oh, talking about Eugenia. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, and I appreciate your donation as well. Yeah, the Eugenia situation is out of this world. But if you guys want me to talk about her tomorrow, I could do a new video on that. Let's move on to her next post. So she actually posted this yesterday and she titled it, "Keep Jumping Towards Your Dreams." And it seems like it's a positive post in light of what happened in court. Because you guys know, even though all the media is saying Britney lost big, she actually didn't lose big. Like, her father still could be suspended. Really, not a lot happened in court yesterday besides Bessemer, like, being appointed. And I think once they start digging, they're going to find a lot more and have a lot more questions for Britney's team and her former team. Those people who have ran away trying to skirt from getting in trouble. Britney also posted this video of herself and she claims it's the final video of the Rose situation, the Rose project. Quote, or here's the caption. "So I'm saying this is the final video. I'm posting for just a touch of Rose. But you know, with us artists, you never really know, or you never know really. P.S. This video is actually 3 months old." And then she tagged Skylar Gray, who I actually haven't clicked on this yet. Who is Skylar Gray? Is this maybe a photographer? Is this the photographer working with Britney? That's interesting. It looks like this person worked with, who is this? Is that Halsey? That's not Halsey, is it? No. Look at me over here. Like, I really only know Britney. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's the photographer. I'm not too sure, but it looks like she is done with a touch of Rose. So maybe we will no longer see these photos and we'll maybe get some more new content. That would be great. But again, like, if she wants to rest and not work anymore, then do it, girl, because I know that you've been working for years and years, and I feel like now she should work as an artist, not as a pop icon machine making tons of money for record labels and her business team and everyone else taking advantage of her. But we went through a lot today in this video, and I thank you guys if you have joined this entire time. If you haven't, it's a live stream and it will be posted on my channel right after this. But I want to thank you guys so much for just being here and being part of the Free Britney movement. Honestly, without you guys, we would not be in this place, and I don't think Britney would have made so much progress. There's a strong community here, and I'm so thankful for every friend and every person I have worked with to continue to spread awareness and to inform you guys on the Britney movement. Not only have I learned a lot about legal stuff and about conservatorships and that whole mess, but I've learned a lot about myself, and I thank you guys every day for just joining me and listening to what I have to say. And thank you for 80,000 subscribers. I feel really grateful, and I'll see you guys soon on a new Free Britney update. Comment below if you want me to do the Jamie Lena video. Maybe I'll do it this week. Like, maybe I'll post it Monday. I don't know. I'm fully prepared, but it is so cringe because this girl is so cringe that we need to be like, you guys need to be ready for this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys on Instagram at SL04N, and I'll see you soon on my channel. Bye.